In my house, dinner time comes quickly, so I'm always on the hunt for an easy and tasty dinner idea that keeps my toddlers interested, as well as my husband and I. And this will be the easiest and fastest steak dinner you've ever put together. So one of the biggest perks to this steak night dinner recipe is we're using bottom round steaks. And look at the marbling in these. And because they're cut so thin, they're gonna take 2 or 3 minutes a piece to cook in a really hot cast iron pan, and that's dinner, that's it. So let's get our dry rub mixed, and this is one of my absolute favorite dry rubs for these steaks. We've got the ground coriander, the cinnamon, the garlic and onion powder, the ancho and chili powder. It's so toasty on these steaks. I absolutely love making this and having it on hand. This is essentially your taco seasoning packet, just way upgraded. So make a double batch or a triple batch and keep it in your pantry, and you won't need those taco packets anymore. So because these bottom round steaks are cut so thinly, the way that we're cooking them in a high temperature cast iron pan, this dry rub takes so well to this cooking method. It really crisps up the edges of these gorgeous steaks and browns beautifully. So I'm really excited to get these in the pan. So before we get to searing our steaks in our cast iron, I'm going to prep a little bit of vegetable. And I've chosen some fresh bell pepper, some really nice red onion, and some scallion, mainly because this is kind of a fajita meal. So let's get our griddle heated up. This is my cast iron that I'm gonna heat to a super high temperature to ensure that perfect crust on these steaks. I'm using a little bit of olive oil. So a good indication on when your cast iron is ready for cooking is when you see the steam or the smoke. So if you can't hold your hand over it for more than a couple of seconds, it is hot enough. So we're gonna go in with searing on the first side. At this point, your kitchen is probably smelling beautiful, but I really wanna point this out. Look at that crispy edge. Look at that browning. That is all from this beautiful dry rub that we just put on these steaks. And I'm already ready to plate up. So this was probably less than 3 or 4 minutes, and these steaks are done and ready to go. Now, all we have to do is char off our vegetables really quickly, maybe use a little bit of that extra dry rub that we put in our jar for later use, brown them on both sides, make sure you can smell that toasty extra seasoning that you just made, and voila! Plate these perfectly cooked vegetables onto the same platter as those gorgeous bottom round steaks. And you have one of the fastest steak dinners. That took me less than 10 minutes, and my family is going to love the flavor of these steaks. With that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. I have to taste one of these now. So flavorful. You're gonna love this.